Come on down a little bit.
Mhm.
Okay, that's it.
All right.
Go ahead.
So,
You
good
don't have to agree.
morning.
Good morning. I still love you. If you don't agree with me, it's okay. We still gonna be friends. Go ahead.
Absolutely. Good morning,
Good
live,
morning.
uncut, unedited. So, first of
That's fine.
all, in watching the video, the first question that I asked was, why is this young man sitting on the teacher's desk, exactly next to his lecture stand?
Ooh, I
So,
never thought of
I, yeah, so I, at that point, said to me that the teacher had lost total control of the environment, which is why I
it.
believe the resource officer was even called into the classroom. Now, our young people, it's amazing, they kept the video muted until a certain point of the video, and then they cut the volume on. So that is to discredit the advances that the officer may have given prior to, for the young man to comply. Now,
Mm-hmm.
I have some previous experience in law enforcement. I'm now on the other spectrum of social service. So I have the experience, the best of both worlds. As a law enforcement person, as you stated, Martin, once you put your hand on me, now at that point, you have backed me, the officer, up in a corner where I have to provide order to restore. So the teacher had
Mm-hmm.
lost control of the environment. The officer being called in was called in to restore. It doesn't appear like he came in and was being very aggressive and forceful. It escalated to that
Mm-hmm.
point when the student, and I'm not going to call him a child, because when the young man stood up, he was actually taller
Mm-hmm.
than the officer. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to tell my friends and family members, the women, these are the same young men. When they walk up to your car door with the weapon, they're not a baby. They're not a baby. These are grown men.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just talking to my ex-husband yesterday, and he said his mother-in-law had been robbed twice and beaten
Mm-hmm.
trying to go into her house, which she's in her 70s, on 107th
Mm-hmm.
and Forest. Somebody has
Mm-hmm.
robbed her. Some young people have robbed and beaten her. This is the mindset. Just last week downtown, these young people decided that they were going to invade the downtown area. But the mindset that our young people have as women, and I have two young sons, two sons that are 22 and 27, and I've taught them, if an officer tells you to do something, you do it. If they are wrong, you come to me and you allow me to handle the situation, but never take the focus off the situation and put it on yourself. And that's what the young man did. And I've taught my sons, when you do that, you take away my ability to do what I'm supposed to do, and that's parent you and hold people who
Mm-hmm.
treat you unjustly accountable. So if the officer was
Mm-hmm.
wrong, the young man should have complied to what he was being told to do, take the matter home, and allow the parents to do what parents are supposed to do. So that's my stand on it. That's my stand on it. He's not a
I love.
baby.
I
He's
love
not a
that.
baby.
I love that. I love that because that's what I said. When you stand up like a man, you're going to get beat down, treated like a man. And I don't, listen, listen,
Absolutely.
all that 15, 40, pull a gun on me, listen, you better be ready to use it. Because I ain't going to try to figure out if
Absolutely.
you 10, 11, or 12 or nothing like that. I'm defending myself at all costs.
No.
I'm sorry.
Exactly. When you looking
Climb
down
up
the
and get your
barrel of a
babies.
gun, When you looking down the barrel of a gun as a woman, you're not trying to see if this kid is 13, 14. You're not trying to see that. You see they have a weapon and they telling you to get out your car, give them your purse, do whatever. These young men, accountability needs to come in. And in that classroom, when he put his hand on that officer, accountability came in. Now, me being a person who have law enforcement up under my belt, I've slammed many of people to the ground. When you put yourself in that position, I got to bring accountability to the situation. And in the society that we're in, now that man at that point put his livelihood in jeopardy. As an officer, I never wanted to have to get involved and put my hands on somebody, because you know there's consequences. You have to write reports. There's things that you have to do. Nobody's trying to put their hand on people, only if they have to. Only if they have to. So I didn't see this officer being one that took enjoyment in doing it. That's why he told him, calm down. Calm down. And even while he was telling him to calm down, the young man was still swinging and hitting him in the head. He was saying, calm down, calm down. Think about what you're doing. Even trying to redirect him at the point he on the floor. But I think as a parent, a woman with boys, with young men, I always taught them, never take the focus off the situation and put it on yourself. I tell them, if an officer slap you, take that slap. Get the number of the vehicle, whatever you can do, the name of the officer, bring it back to me, and I'm coming with the Johnny Cochran team on it. But if you take the focus off the situation and put it on yourself, I may be going to the funeral home to make arrangements for you. So as a Black mother, we have to teach our kids, our Black boys, that. We have to teach them that, because as one of the other callers said, if that officer had been a white person, a white officer, it may have been totally different. It may have been totally different. So mothers, teach your kids, keep the focus on the situation and not put it on themselves.
Thank you so much. I love you, sister. Love you, Queen. Love you. Bless you.